Now we already know that this dye here, when you try to make a very light or pale green, it turns blue when mixed with the Alumilite anyway. Now this green here, I'm going to test it out today. And also what I want to do is I want to put a little drop of, I guess this one being as we're going to open it anyway, and also a drop of white onto my little glass slide. And the idea being is I want to see if it will slowly evaporate. Is it water-based or oil-based, or what is this stuff? I'm noticing this particular dye. It's kind of extremely viscous. It almost is lumpy. And yet I know it's not lumpy because I had it in the shaker for at least a minute. Okay, just a little bit of white here. I guess as long as I had my green open, I should have 1, 2, 3. That was a pretty small one. Okay, we'll give it a ratio of 3 to 1. See what it looks like here. Okay, and 1. And let's be careful not to accidentally suck some green back, or some white rather, back up into the green bottle here. Isn't that unusual? Yeah, it's almost lumpy. Okay, let's see what that'll look like. We're not going to add any blue to it whatsoever. I'm going to forget all about trying to produce the aqua color. It could be that something like this, after it's been in the Alumilite and then had a chance to cure in the pressure pot, it'll be just about right. Oh, by the way, at least 5 or 6 viewers suggested adding a tiny bit of yellow to that mix that we did yesterday, and that might have solved the problem. So I may try that yet. I really do appreciate your suggestions. You know, it's just because I don't always do it doesn't mean I don't appreciate it. Okay, I think something like that would be okay. I'll save that. I won't throw that out. I'll just add it to the mix. Now, I'm doing this different from the way I've done it in the past. In the past, I've always mixed the dye in with part A first. And this is part B. Now, it's partly because I wanted to, and partly because I accidentally poured my part A into my blending container here. But Curtis Seebeck, who is the cactus juice guy, he actually recommends mixing the dye with part B first. Anyway, that's what I did. So I better go and get my timer here and keep track of the time. And it looks very green to me, a very pale kind of green. Don't know what it's called, but that's not blue. This is blue. So somebody's probably wondering, why do you not have them on? Now, because I had a little bit more of part B here than I did of part A, I don't need to do quite as careful a job as making sure I get it all mixed up. I know what I just said there doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but this is what I should have said. The part B that I have in my hand is slightly more than what is in part A in the mixing cup, and so I don't need to worry about getting all of part B into the mixing cup. I've probably got, I'm guessing, 35 minutes at the most. Okay, once again, I'm going to shut the camera off and I'm going to mix for about 5 minutes. Now, because there might have been a little bit of unmixed solution here where I scraped it off the stick, I'm not going to pour from that side. I'll pour from the other side. maybe I won't fill it up quite as much as I have been in the past. Just let it get just slightly over top of the stick, and that should be good enough. I've been having to cut away, wasting too much here, whereas this way I can pour it into this mold, and possibly I'll have enough there now that I can cut a blank diagonally through the 3 colors that I've got. At least that's the plan. We are exactly 10 minutes into this pour. It took me about 4 minutes to get set up here. Anyway, here we go. Now, if you look closely, you'll notice that I'm allowing the air to come back into the tank just a little bit too quickly, and it's blowing the Alumilite off of the wood and exposing the wood to the air. And that's not the idea. The idea is to keep the wood completely submerged, especially when it's in the pressure tank. Okay, I want you to notice now, this is definitely green. We'll see what it looks like tomorrow. Okay, let's get the pressure on. Right now it's about 10 to 3 in Kalamazoo. And why is that important? Well, actually it's not important, but that's where Alumilite is. And that's where I sent my email yesterday afternoon. Haven't heard back yet, but I kind of indirectly did. Apparently, one of my Facebook friends here in Winnipeg saw the video yesterday, and he sent me a message saying that he had seen a link where Alumilite had answered almost the exact same question for somebody else. And so he sent me the link. I'm going to pass it on to you. Anyway, I'm sure glad to know I'm not the only one with this problem. And thank you, Peter, for sending us that link.